Hello, welcome to episode 199 in the Datapack tutorial series, version 1.2.1.4. We're going to be looking at some jigsaw block basics. So this is a part one. This stuff seems to get pretty complicated, so we're going to keep it simple. Here we have a few structures. Don't worry, we're going to go into everything. And let's see what result we want. So I'm just going to go here and I'm going to paste myself my structure. And we can see we've got my town centre. So we're sort of basically making a village at the moment. We've got my town centre. There's my town centre. And we've got, well, we can see here we've got a curve road or a corner road, a straight one, a corner. So there's our corner road and our straight. And here we've got two straights in a corner. Here we've got corner, two straights. And here it looks like we've got three straights. Okay, so that's the sort of thing we're going for. How is it made? Now we'll have a look at the data pack. And a little bit different. I've not emptied the data pack this time. I've kept everything in there. I feel this might be an easier way to do it. So here we are. Let's get on and build it now. Almost forgot to say it. Function. We're not actually going to use this folder or anything that's in it, although a little bit of a lie, because I am using that just to say, hey, look, I've got some tutorials if you want to watch them. So we don't need the function. So we'll just shrink that down. And because we're not using anything in there, we don't need the tick and load here, which means we don't need function tags or the Minecraft. So let's get rid of that as well. We'll just shrink them down. They're just part of the template. So the important ones are, here we have in my namespace structure, we have three files, center, path green, path lime. You can probably guess what they are. They are the structure files for center, path green, path lime. Okay, so that's those three. Let's go back. And then inside WorldGen, we have the structure folder, which consists of center. And also inside WorldGen, we have template pool, which consists of center and paths. So let's step through sort of what happens when we run that command. So let's go over here into our little space. You can see I'm placing structure, my namespace, IDYT199 Datapack, center. That's the structure I want to place. We press enter. So remember that name, my namespace center. And we now have our village with our center and our paths. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can see each one, 1, 2, 3. Each one is 3 long, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see what that is actually doing. So when we run that, place structure. Well, which structure do you want to place? I want to place this center one. That's coming into the data pack. It's coming into our WorldGen folder, our structure folder, and coming into this JSON here, center. Not our template pool, our WorldGen structure. And it's going to do this. Now, most of this I've copied from the default villager or the default village. Although default village does use expansion hack true. Let's have a quick look at the wiki for it. Structure definition. I'll put these files in a link in the description as well. Now, structure definition somewhere there was use expansion hack. Here it is. Use expansion hack. Only used in villages. That's all it says. I mean, you could probably dig more, but we're keeping this simple. So maybe I should set mine to true. I'm not at the moment. Max distance from center. Let's do this one. Max distance from center. Actually, no, we'll start with size 3. Okay, that number 3. That's quite easy to see because we can see we've started from our center and we've gone out 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3, its size is how deep it can go. So it can say, right, I want to place a block here, please. This will be number 1. Thank you. It places the first path. And it goes, I want to place another block. Number 2. It says, I want to place another block. Number 3. And then it stops because we've got a size of 3. Okay. Let's go back. But we also have max distance from center. Now this seems to control how far can it spread. And I think if you look at villages, it seems to be about 128 or 116 is the max. So don't go too high with this. Now I'm assuming what we could do is we could set the size to 100. And it could go all nice and squiggly around here, but they would all have to be within 100 blocks. So maybe it would squiggle out a bit and it'd go, well, I've only placed 10. Can I place some more? Go, nope, you are more than 100 blocks away from the center. You shall not place any more. What else have we got? Well, we've got a few strange things. Beard thin, that's what the vanilla village used, so I used it. Surface structures, again, vanilla used it, so I did. And my structure is on the surface, so that makes sense. World surface, okay, again, default villagers used it. Biomes, I wanted to be able to spawn in the plains, and its type is a jigsaw block, because we're using jigsaw blocks. Okay, so that's that. Now, the idea is that we're not going to go through over everything really in depth. The idea is just to get something working that we can then play around with in later episodes. So, we've run the command. It's come in here, and it said, right, okay, what's my start pool? And it goes, oh, right, I can look in ID 199DP center. That is not this structure file. That's from the template pool. Clue there, start pool, template pool. So it goes, right, I will go and look in there. What do I have available to me in the start pool? How many elements are there? Well, there's only one element. And that element is located at ID YT199DP center. This time it's pointing to our structure block. So it comes into world gen structure center. It says I am allowed to take anything I want from the start pool. I will look in the start pool. In the start pool, I see I have only one element, so I've only got one choice, and that is center. So I better paste center NBT from the structure directory, and that's what it does here. Pastes our center. So you could see we could have a variety of different centers and get a random one. What we'll do later on is we'll try and add some extra stuff. So it pastes this, and here we have the jigsaw blocks. Now this jigsaw block has a target pool, and it basically says I want to add something on the end. I want to stick something on here. Where can I look for it? You can look in ID 199 Datapack Paths target pool, and that will be in our template pool Paths. So it's going to look in there, and it doesn't have a name. Now I think by vanilla definitions usually gives it a name, but this is what this is its name. So if I want to connect, I'm another target block, and I want to connect to this one. What name do I have to use? Well, it doesn't have a name, so I can't connect to it. And I don't mind that because this is the center of my village. Nothing is going to connect to it. Everything's going to spread out from this one. Okay, so I didn't bother giving it a name. But what can this target block connect to? It can connect to anyone with the name, my namespace paths. And when we place a village, it will then turn into orange wool, which is why we don't have structure blocks here, because they've all turned into orange wool. So let's look again at this bit here. Target name, paths. You can connect to anything that has the same name as paths. So you'll be looking for your anything with the name paths. Okay. Well, this one's all right. This one has a name of paths. So, yeah, the center could connect to this one. It also has a target name of paths. So this could connect to itself, which is what we've seen happening here. We can see that we've connected one to the center, and then another one has connected to itself. So we can see that's happening. And if we look at the other path block, we will see that it's got the same names as well. So this can connect to itself, and it can connect to that. So these can connect to each other. So that means our paths can go snaking off. But it also has, where am I going to look? Which template pool? Well, you can look in paths. Okay. And we've got turns into green wool, and this will be turns into lime wool. There we go. So, center can call from the template pool paths, and the paths can call from the template pool paths. Now, I think you can probably guess if the center template pool contains just this, the paths template pool is going to contain these two. So let's go and have a look at that. So here we are, world gen template pool paths, and it's pretty much the same, but we've got a different name now. We've got paths, and we've got two elements. 1, 2. And one is the lime path, and one is the green path. And if you notice, they have a weight of 1. So weight is like throwing things into a bag. So I've got my bag of paths. It's empty. Lime path has a weight of 1. I will put 1 lime path in the bag. Green path has a weight of 1. I will put 1 green path in the bag, and then I'll rummage around in the bag and pull something out. So I've got a 50-50 chance. If we put this up to 9, now there's 1 lime path in the bag, but there's 9 green paths in the bag. So I've got a lot more chance of pulling out a green path. We'll keep that at 1 for now. Okay. So that is pretty much how it's working. We run the command, comes into center. We have a few settings, which we're not going to play around with too much in this episode. It says you can use anything from the template pool center. You can connect 3 things, but all 3 of your things must stay within 100 blocks of the center, and we'll ignore the rest. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll go to center then. What can I get from my template pool center? Oh, I only have 1 element. Well, I will place that then. That gets placed. When it gets placed, these little jigsaw blocks wake up. Hello. It goes, well, you have a target pool of paths. It goes, fair enough. I will then go and look into the paths. I have a choice of 2. I will pick a lime path. And it picks a lime path and it puts it down. And it adds 1. So it goes, I've gone a size of 1. Now lime path arrives and says, well, you've connected to this side of me. I still have this block over here, spare. Well, okay, what's in here? Well, I can also pick from the path template pool, so I will. And maybe it picks a green path, and it adds 1 to the size. It's because now I've got a size of 2. And green path goes, well, I've connected to here. I have another jigsaw block. I also can pick a path, and I've still got 1 space left, so I will pick a random path. That is what it's doing. That's the basics. Okay, now we're missing out so much stuff, but I think what we're just going to do is get it so you've got something working. It might be easiest just to download the pack, come into a world, and have a look, run the command. Do you get your little village? Okay. Let's make some changes. Because obviously, we've got these structures here. How do we save these? We need to be able to save these things. So let's make ourselves another path shape. I'm going to get a different color wool. Let's get, I don't want orange. We'll get cyan wool. Okay. Let's make a different path shape. What should we have? I should have thought about this before. Let's do one of these, but we'll do it in the other direction. Okay, is that right? Well, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so there is my path, my new path that I've made. Now we'll get structure block, and we'll put one down here. And let's look at the naming convention we've used. Path lime. Okay, so I'm going to call this one path cyan. And I want to save that. Now we'll put another one here. And you'll notice that this one is underneath and this one is above. Let's give it the same name, path cyan. But this one's going to be a corner. There we go, that was a corner. Now we should be able to do detect. And it should start from this top corner here. Yeah. And it should end this bottom corner here. Yeah. Okay. Now, here we've got the void blocks. Now, what the void blocks are for is just saying, don't replace these blocks. Here we don't have void blocks, so it would actually replace with air. So if we spawn another one in, if we weren't using those void blocks, in every single corner we would have that, and there'd be another space there as well. But because the void blocks are there, it's saying, no, just ignore these ones. So that's our little structure void. So what we better do is put some structure voids in here as well. It'd be nice if we could see them a bit better. I don't know, maybe I just don't know the setting. I haven't played around with these much. Okay, we've got one in each place. Yes, we have. Now, let's let's save this. I would say this is finished now. So let's save this. We will do, we've got path cyan. Yeah, we know it's working because we've detected it and we can see that it's surrounded it all. So we'll just press save. Okay, so we've saved that. Where have we saved it is the question. And we need to put it into the data pack. So if I shrink this down and we shrink down again and we shrink down again, here we have my saves directory. So we're in this world. Let's go into that world. And from that world, we'll go into generated and we'll go into Minecraft and we'll go into structures and, oh, path cyan. There it is. There's my path. Now I'll go to my data pack. We'll go into data, my namespace, structure, and we'll just copy that across. Okay, now if we go to the data pack and look, we now have access to path cyan. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's make that available. So let's go, well, we're in our paths file already. So we're in our template pool paths. Let's copy one of these elements. Let's just copy that and paste it in. And let's change it from path green to path cyan. And let's save that. So now anyone who's accessing this template pool has access to any of the paths with an equal weight for each one. When they dip their hand into the bag, they could get an equal chance to get any one of them. Well, let's see if that works straight away. Now, first things first, world gen and stuff like that is considered experimental, I believe. So we'll probably have to actually quit the map and load back up again. Now, let's fingers crossed, let's try generating our structure. Well, we've got a completely different structure, but we don't have any, can we even work out what's happened here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This one's only gone 2. Maybe it hit here and went, I'm not going any further. Or maybe it put another one and overwrote it. Who knows? But it's not accessed our extra bit. Now, is that just we're unlucky? That seems a bit. Have we got... Okay, now, does anyone know why? And the answer is because it's in the template pool, but we've got no jigsaw blocks. So this is saying I can connect a path. Oh, I'll have this one. Where can I connect to? And it's just saying, well, nowhere. I have no connections available. Well, it's like, oh. So what we'll do is we'll copy one of these. We'll do a control middle mouse. And we'll say, well, you can connect to here if you want. Or you can connect to here. Now, yes, target pool is paths. It will keep it the same. Its name is paths. Its target name is paths. So it wants to connect to a path. So it can connect to itself. It's going to look inside the target pool paths. It can turn into, let's just change this just so you can obviously see how that's working. And we'll say done. What a silly mistake. Right, so we'll save it again. Save. We will go back to our directory. We will see that it's now appeared again. It's updated it. Let's copy that over and do an overwrite. Overwrite. Let's go back. Let's fly over to our space. Let's quit out of the world and go back. And let's generate a new village. Aha, now you can see, very obvious. So these ones, the jigsaw blocks are disappearing because we said turn into lime. But this one, look, we've left it at red, and this one we've left at lime. Now, obviously you might not want that. So we could just come in and go, oh, look, you're lime. Well, you should be cyan, and you shouldn't be red, you should be cyan. But I mean, these are paths, so you're probably going to say like path block or dirt or something like that. But there we go, we've used all 3. So now we've got 3 different types of path we could use, and you can make more and more and more, as many as you like. Maybe you'd want like a crossroads, a T-junction. You've got the idea. Let's make a different center as well. Let's make a new center. Why not? Okay. First thing I'm going to do is update this one. So we'll do a new save on that. Save. And now let's come over here and make a center using, let's use purple wool. And let's make it a different shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we're probably going to want... I don't know, why not? Let's just make it any old shape. Does it matter? No, why not? Let's try that. Yeah, okay. So let's have a look in here. Paths, you can connect to a path. Don't want a name because no one's connecting to you. Your target name, you want to connect to someone with the same target name as they have name, and you will turn into purple wall. Okay, so I'm just going to copy one of them. Let's say you can have a path coming from there, or you can have one coming from there, or you can have one coming from there. That's all you're allowed. Actually, what I should do is I should change one of these. So let's change this to purple. Purple. Path is fine. Yep. Okay. And then we'll copy that block with this data. So they all say purple. Yeah. Let's get ourselves a structure block. Let's pop it down at the bottom. What's this one called? This one is called center. Let's call it center 01. And we want to save. Yep. So we need to find the edge. Here we go. It will be there. Center 01. This is a corner. Let's do a detect. Detect. That seems good. Seems to have found it all. Nice. Okay. Oh, don't forget our structure voids. We don't want to be replacing with air, so let's put some structure voids in these little gaps here. That's it. Let's now save that one. Save. Now let's go back. There we go. We've got the updated path cyan and we've got center 01. Let's grab both of those, chuck them in there. We'll replace that cyan path. Cool. Let's go to the data pack. So we haven't changed anything we haven't added a new path, but we've added a new center. So our template pool for center, here we go. Let's copy that element. Actually, just copy that bit there. It's not the last one anymore, so we'll need a comma. Let's paste that in. And your location will be center 01. Okay, now we could leave the weight the same. We've got a 50-50 chance. Go on, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's get rid of that one. Let's do a quit and go back in. Are we going to get our purple village center? Hey, we did. Cool. And we can see 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2. You've only gone 2. So when it does seem very much like it knows that it shouldn't overlap. It's like, oh, I'm going this way. I know there's already someone there. I shouldn't go any further. So that's pretty cool. Most of this I'm just experimenting with myself. I don't know if that is what it's doing. And this one's going around there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, let's try it again. Let's change it, some settings. Let's go to our World Gen Structure Center. This is the file we're calling. Let's say your size can be, well, let's go 7. Let's see what that does. But you can only go 100 blocks. Okay, let's save that. Let's go back. Let's do a save and quit title. Brain freeze. Now what I'm doing this is going to be massive and I won't have enough. I won't be able to clear it out properly, will I? Cool, there's our village. So how many have we got? It should be 7. 1 corner, 2 corner, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you hit that one and stopped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There's our village. Okay, so we've got a town centre. Now you can imagine that this town centre is not obviously just going to be, purple wool. That's probably where the well is, or the bell. The bell or the well. The well. Or both. Or maybe there's a nice tree or a little garden. And then these paths would be nice sort of cobblestone and path and stone brick blocks and stuff. We've got a pathing system. But that's it. So next, I think we're going to leave it there because I'd rather get some feedback on this. How are you finding it? Is it making sense before we keep going further? So what we'd want to do next anyway, the idea being, is, let's say, anywhere where there's a green path, we would come along. And we'd say green path. Okay, well, a green path, in here, you could say, well, actually, let's get one of these. Lester retype. You could say, well, don't look in paths. I want you to connect to houses. And your name is going to be, well, you're still a path. That's fine. But your target name, well, you can connect to anyone who has the name house or houses. And then what we'll do is we'll create a new template pool called houses. And that template pool would have access to maybe my beautiful house. And then it would say, oh, there's a beautiful house. And it would put it at the side there. Now, because this one is name is paths, anyone whose target name paths can connect to name paths. Again, this one, target name paths can connect to name paths. This one's name, though, is target name houses. So this will never connect to a path because this is looking for a house. And then what we could do is we'd have little houses spread along our roads. Okay, so let's get rid of this house because it's horrendously ugly. It's not even a house. It just looks stupid. Let's replace this. So we have alternate town centres. Each town centre will spawn some paths. Oh, look, that's out of range, that one. We've set how far we want it to go. That's a cool one. And that's it for now. So let me know how you get on. Do you get it working? Is it all right for you? Is it crazy confusing? Or if you get stuck and you've got a bit of a problem, just chuck me a comment. Might have to take it to Discord if it's a bit complicated, but let me know how you get on. Anyway, we'll leave it there for now. But we're going to come and revisit this because I think I wouldn't mind actually making a data pack that added a new village or something. That sounds, now I've started playing around with them, it sounds quite cool. Anyway, I will see you soon. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.